recommended it because I had tried a bunch of other things, but I found that if I didn't have a very strict diet, honestly, to follow, it was just very hard for me to keep myself accounted for, and counting calories just wasn't really doing much for me, doing that alone. And I realized it's because a lot of my macros were off, regardless of if I stayed within a certain calorie count. Keto ended up helping me a lot because I consumed way too much pasta for the normal average person. So once I kind of cut that out, it was really rough for 2 days, but it's because it sends your body into a shock, because when you're on keto, you essentially train your body, instead of using carbohydrates for energy, you train your body to run off of fat. But after that, I have never felt more energized, and it really wasn't even that bad, honestly. I was just lazy.
A lot of people asked about food, so I think we should just group food into one thing. Someone asked, how does one start/keep up with keto? Maybe talk about like what you eat.
Okay, so something I did not realize before is how many carbs are in existence. It's not just like what you think is healthy. For instance, I can't eat fruit. And it's like, oh, what? You can't eat fruit? Fruit's healthy though. Yes, it is, but there are a lot of sugars in it, even though they are natural. And there are a lot of carbs in fruit too. My diet highly consists of lots and lots of meat, green vegetables for sure, and realistically, those are the main things I stick toward. Cauliflower is great too. Cauliflower rice and mashed potatoes have saved my life. Meat is your best friend. A burger without a bun is my go-to meal at restaurants. And it's actually not bad. Just get it on a bed of lettuce, cut it up, and it's like a little burger bowl.
So on the flip side of that, because I don't count calories either. I don't track any kind of macros or calories. I kind of eat intuitively. Okay, so the best way I think to find like healthy meals, if you're not on Pinterest, you're doing it wrong.
Also Instagram pages.
The internet has everything. This is my food board, but I have it separated by all the different meals because I'm so type A. This is my dinner page. Paleo coconut chicken, zucchini pad thai, garlic mashed sweet potatoes, all the yum yums. And then someone asked, sweets, what are your go-to options? So this is where we really differ.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest part of keto, is that there really are no major sweets that you can just buy at the grocery store. So there are a lot of recipes that you can look up and find. You just have to put more effort into it for keto. So you really have to set aside time to look up a recipe.
I have a terrible sweet tooth. I need dessert after dinner, and on more days than not, also before dinner. I feel like it's just more work. Like, you just have to be creative with it. Part of it is finding the mindset of making that fun.
Yeah.
Because you can have fun with your diet, and it's fun to cook. I eat a lot of fruit. And then I eat dark chocolate if it's over 70% cacao. Let's talk about like balance and cravings. It's okay to cheat.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lifestyle. We're in it for the long run.
Definitely cheat. I'm not saying doing a lot. For instance, I would not let myself cheat at all for the first 6 weeks that I was keto. One of the hardest things that I struggle with is accountability. So after that 6 weeks was up, I was confident in myself that I knew I could cheat once and it would be okay.
Someone asked, how do you stay motivated and keep yourself accountable?
So I am definitely someone that I have to see results for myself to stay motivated. Like, that's how I keep myself motivated, is looking at my progress and then other people's progress.
Yeah, taking progress pictures is so helpful.
Yes.
Things. I take a progress picture once a month. I totally think that finding Instagram pages and stuff is great. Be careful, because you don't want to compare yourself to anyone else. Like Casey and I, we have very different body types. The progress that happens to me is going to be very different than the progress that could happen to Casey, even if we were doing the exact same thing every single day. I also think that like having a community of people, I think it's been great because we both have been here. I mean, that's part of my purpose with starting this, was to create a community, come and find people trying to make a healthy lifestyle change. And you see that all of these people are together and also doing it. Having friends who are healthy and motivated helps you stay healthy and motivated. Having a community is just really, really helpful for it.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, intermittent fasting. My boyfriend told me about this like a gonna eat even though you're hungry? That's not healthy. Very much against it, and then I was like, I guess I'll give it a shot. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it helps you see results really quickly. So normally you fast for 16 hours and then you eat for 8 hours. You are supposed to try and eat the same amount of calories that you would in a normal day, just in a shorter amount of time. So then those 16 hours that you don't eat are used for your body to break down the food. Then your body is using the fat that you've stored and breaking down that rather than food that you're eating. I have more energy. I also have a lot less cravings than I did before.
The key with it is finding the time that you know that you're going to need to eat or want to eat.
Yeah, like both of us, we base it around our work schedule.
Yeah, we typically go into work around like 11 or 12, I would say.
But I'm a morning person.
Right.
And Casey's, I'm a night owl.
I'm a mid-morning person. Like I get up at like 9ish most days.
You stay up pretty late.
But yeah, I do. I know that after working all day, I am ravenous. So I know we don't get off work usually until like 9:10. So I won't start my eating period until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon usually, which sounds like a long time of going without eating, but I find that I'm really not even that hungry when I wake up. As long as I drink water before then, I'm usually
exactly. So during your fasting period, you can drink water or black coffee. I put a little almond milk in mine because really what it says is that anything that's below 30 calories isn't going to affect you at all. Like, I'll put a little almond milk because like
just a little dab,
just a little dash. So like with going out and like drinking and stuff, if I break my fast at like 11, let's say, and then I go through my day and then afterwards I don't have work the next day and everyone's going out, I'll still go out. Like, I'm still trying to have a good time. Can't be so strict with it all the time.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, most of the time I won't count alcohol. But also my fasting window's usually open at night anyway, so it works out.
So it doesn't really affect you that much. So I'll go out and then I'm not really like a person to get like plastered a lot.
Right.
Rarely ever. What I'll do, because like normally, like I never get hungover because I just don't drink that much. I'll wake up the next day and I'll just keep fasting. Like I'll just fast until the afternoon then, and allow myself to still have a fasting period the next day.
It doesn't have to be the same 8 hours every day.
Yeah. Like if you have to move it around because you're living your life, live your life.
Yeah, do whatever. I think it's just the precedence of your body getting used to going those blocks of time without eating and then having that amount of time to eat.
Yeah.
I'd say that would probably be the hardest part if you're going to school or you have a job. I will bring food to work because even though I won't be on a break, say at like 3 o'clock, there's almost always time I have enough time to like pop something in the microwave really quick
or drink a protein shake.
Something you can't do on keto. Almost all protein mixes and then like the bars you will not be able to eat if you're keto. There are a lot of brands coming out now that are keto friendly. I follow this guy called Fit to Fat to Fit. He was super in shape and then he gave himself like 6 months that he let his body just get terrible and he gained so much weight and then he lost it all again. Started like from the ground through so everyone could see his journey, and he is fantastic. He promotes a lot of different brands. I love keto. I'd swear by it. Keto for life.
Yeah, I think it's like part of it is just finding a healthy lifestyle, whether it's tracking your macros, intuitively eating, whatever it is that works for you, just do that. It's a lot of trying different things. And research, a lot of research.
Yes, take the time for your body, really look at what you're putting into your body. But you know what? And I always like, I don't have time. You should make time.
Put yourself first.
It's your body. You only get one.
And I know that I can attest to this after changing my diet and going to the gym and stuff. You get happier.
Yeah.
You feel more confident. Your mental health should be your number 1 priority. And then your physical health should be the number 2 priority. But those should go before everything.
We were talking earlier about this of like trying not to compare yourself to other people's journey because I'm really hard on myself. But the only person that I have to be better than is who I was yesterday.
That was beautiful, Casey.
Thank you. Thank you. I have learned that I am much happier because I have something to work for. I have seen results now, but not just physically. I'm just so happy with where I am as far as finally taking care of myself. My mental health has gone up so much because school can really bog you down.
School's really hard. Put yourself first.
It's worth the the extra 10 minutes it might take to plan out a meal.
Like, take mental health breaks too.
Yes.
School's really hard, and both of us had really, really busy schedules at
Yeah.
school. Whatever that means for you, going to the gym, meal prepping,
Coffee.
meditating, coffee, meeting with friends. Oh my god, we didn't check our peel things. Oh, I didn't get one.
Yeah, that's why you always get a large. I'm gonna check mine right now.
I was like, I'm gonna get a medium.
I got a suitcase. Oh, it's not the compass. Dang it! We're not going to Aruba, Joey. I'm sorry. Yeah, iced coffee saves my life. That's what makes me happy. And it's keto because I get sugar-free flavoring and almond milk. Yes, dab on it.
All right, I think that this is gonna conclude our Q&A.
Yeah.
Back. So thank you guys for your questions. This was a good talk.
Yeah, I think it was very productive.
Yes. All right, and just to end this, let me just show you the most beautiful sunset. I don't even know if you.
Almost. We're gonna be at the top of the bridge. There we go.